Recreation and Park. There was a grant application that the Alden Youth Baseball is submitted to Wyoming County Youth Bureau. It includes $1,200 for purchase of gear, uniforms, or equipment, as well as $800 for infrastructure improvement, which is to provide new benches for seating for team members at the front baseball games. I worked with Chris Knapp, who is the president of the Alden Youth Baseball, with the application, and let's see, they have the enrollment of youth is around 500 that they have in their youth program, and that includes youth from Alden, Bennington, Marilla, Darien Center, Attica, Warsaw, Alexander, and Pembroke and more. So
these are for dugouts?
no, it's just replacing the old benches that are there for the teams.
Okay.
And the maximum amount that you can apply for was $2,000. I had trouble with it, about $2,000. $2 million. Yeah. So, that went in, and we should be hearing shortly on that. It was due on the 12th or 13th.
And does that cover the whole cost, or do we have to make up?
That'll cover the
Okay.
And then it's a annual grant, so we could apply for something in the future. The one thing that it does specify is team sports, so just have a heavy weight to that and review process. Water district. We'll be discussing our water district with Alden, Village of Alden, and Village of Annica to see if we can either have an intermunicipal agreement with them to operate the water district for us, or if any of their employees are interested in working on a contractual basis with us to provide the water system operator work, as well as finish up installing the water meters. Our water system operator, Mark Pruitt, is ready, more than ready to retire, and is looking for someone to take over, so. If you know anybody who is interested, you do have to get a license to do it, or you can operate under someone else's license, and so as long as they oversee what you're doing. That's the status of that.
Can we put that somewhere on the website that we're looking?
Historical Society, they have a program next Tuesday on, I think it's Unknown American History. That's Greg Canal, the retired history teacher, is offering that at 7 o'clock.
Here.
Tuesday the 23rd here. Plenty of refreshments, there's always plenty of refreshments. Bring in,
You're making cookies.
take them. And the Historical Society is having the museum painted at their expense. So that will be done before the snow flies.
No.
Okay, petitions and public concerns. Are there any petitions that anyone wants to present to the board? Public concerns?
I have a couple things. Correct me if I'm wrong, when you declare something for surplus, You can reject the bids if it
Correct.
comes back completely too low.
Correct.
Okay, that doesn't have to be part of the resolution when you do
No.
it, that you can reject them? No, okay.
And it's also if you're bidding out to purchase something. If it turns out that all the costs are above and beyond what you have available funds.
Okay, I just didn't know if it officially had to be in the resolution or not. And the second question I have is there an update on the wind survey?
The wind surveys, I am meeting with Rich Sutherland, who's the director at Tennessee Finger Lakes Planning Council. They oversaw drawing up the wind surveys and doing the whole survey mapping part of it for us. I'm meeting with him Monday afternoons to get all the results on that and how, their take on the data and how that's going. And then also to discuss updating the comprehensive plan, what the first steps on that would be.
Excellent, thank you.
So wait a minute, sorry, once we get that, what's the plan? We're posted on Facebook or our page?
Yeah, you can put that information on the website and, see how it plays out, if you go on Facebook or not. And then we'll have that data for our meeting, our next meeting, which is, well, the 25th, we're mostly going to be talking about the dog law, or dog laws, changes that you need to make on that, so it's probably the 16th. Mr. Tishner? Oh,
Mr. Jones asked the question I was going to ask.
okay.
But I do have some questions about the Church Road solar project.
Mhm.
As you all know, it was off to a rough start with vehicles blocking half the road and the sheriff having to show up with them at the amount of stuff they were burning, which is against New York State open burning laws, and DEC showed up and shut them down. So I've been trying to keep, it's a mile down the road from me, so I see it every day. I'm not real comfortable that they're following site plan that the board approved. So I did come down here and ask if I could get a copy of the site plan, and there was no copy here. I was told it was at the town, and not at the town, at the county, and that you'd get a copy for me. I did, about 2 weeks later, I came down and got the copy. Near impossible to read, because it was probably a copy of an engineering drawing. And even with a microscope, he required me to read it, but that's not my issue. My issue was, the site plan I was given was dated, June of 2025, and it said with addendums to the plan.
Mhm.
The board approved the plan back in August of '24.
Mhm.
So if they got a different plan with amendments, shouldn't that have been reviewed with the board and voted and approved or disapproved?
The zoning officer went through to look at the various changes, and a lot, the changes that were made were in conjunction with also with our engineer, the MRB group. They came up with a whole bunch of, I should say a whole bunch, but certain aspects that they wanted to see updated. So those are reflected in the amended site plan, because when we get the original site plan, it's the preliminary plan, and there are several iterations of it as it goes through. But, yeah, we can, yeah.
Okay, if that's the way it is. I mean, it doesn't seem right to me. It seems as though you approved the plan and you're not following what you approved, and you're not aware of what the changes were, apparently.
So what's not being followed, David?
I would like to find that out myself. I mean, there's several things. It's supposed to have a 20-foot wide road in and out. I don't know if it's 20-foot wide. They said they were going to use the existing culvert. What they're using, we checked with the homeowner, it's like right on her property line. She said there was never a culvert there. They were supposed to use the one, my understanding is the one that initially, before town board shut them down, was way about 300 feet over, right along the wood line there. They were pulling stuff in and out, and that's what they were using. So the assumption was that's the existing one, that's what they're gonna use. They're not. They moved it down, and according to the homeowner, they put in a culvert and right on the edge of her property.
Well, the culvert has to be put in by the county, because it's a county road,
Oh, okay.
so it had to be approved by the county as well.
There is
Well,
a
I'm just saying,
driveway.
it was not, it was in the
permit.
site plan that they were gonna use the existing culvert. The question is who put it in?
I'm just saying that any county road has to have an approved, culvert put in by the county.
I understand that, but the site plan said they were gonna use the existing culvert. That's my question, not who put it in. Okay, in addition, I came in a copy of the, host community agreement between the town of Bennington and the project manager. In scanning through it, it says that, the town supervisor will receive monthly progress reports. And in recent weeks, I've seen days during the week, nobody's working there. I'm wondering, what the heck's going on? I said, oh, there's monthly reports. I came down and asked for the monthly report. Now, what it said in the agreement, they would be sent to the town supervisor or the designee. I came down and was told the designee is Don Roberts, and I was given his email address. So I sent him a note asking for if I could please see the progress reports. He was very prompt. He sent me back the next day a letter saying, I don't have any progress reports, check with the town. I came back down to the town and said, Don says he doesn't get any, to check with you guys, and I was told it's been turned over to the town attorney. Why it went to the attorney, I don't know, it was a pretty easy question, I thought. In any case, this was like 24th or 25th of August. On the 27th of August, I got a copy of what appears to be the first progress report, as far as I know, and this thing started back in May, so.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
the
nobody's
first one.
following, nobody's checking on these things, nobody's watching
Well,
what's
it's not,
going on.
Don is assigned that job, he should be receiving a report, right?
Well, it says it went to the supervisor, but she says she
Yeah.
assigned Don as the, designee, and Don says he's not the designee. So I don't know, I'm not blaming him, I'm not blaming
Okay.
Ellen,
Yeah,
there's some miscommunication somewhere.
So we have the latest on, I've seen that latest.
yes.
The last thing onto the solar there is, my daughter happens to be putting in a swimming pool, and it's, Don Roberts inspector. I didn't catch what his name was, but he pulled in with the official county car and all that to inspect something that he was mistaken, and he was there by mistake. As he was leaving, I said, can I talk to you for a minute? And he said, yeah, sure. So we walked up to his car. I said, have you done any inspections down at the solar farm right a mile down the road here? And he goes, no. He said, solar farm? He said, we don't inspect solar farms. He said, all we inspect is when it's completed, we go down and make sure that they met all the codes and stuff. But as far as ongoing following it or checking on it, we don't do that. I said, do you understand this is 15 acres of land? It's a $3.5 million project, and you guys don't do anything? And and he did comment, he said, you know what? Maybe you should put that in writing and send it to Don Robertson. Like, I shouldn't have to do that, somebody should be in charge of doing something with this. It appears as though nobody's doing anything.
What do you say, you mean us?
I'm not naming people, I'm just saying, that nobody, who's doing something? I did ask way back, who is the contact person at the town level for anything, any questions or anything going on at this project? And I was told there is no one at the town level to call the county.
I think we should put you in charge.
No, thank you. Then I had a question on the windmill survey, which was answered, and I was asked to find out about the dog law and the update, and I heard Ellen say something about a meeting on the 25th, is that?
Yeah.
But I didn't catch it, October, or,
Yeah, or no,
So next week.
next week,
oh, next week, September. And is that open to the public?
yes, yeah. If you,
Okay, the
on
25th.
the bullet, on the clerk's bulletin board, there's a copy of the notice that was in the paper, and it's got, I think there's 3 or 4 dates on there for the zoning update meeting. So if you wanna go out and write, get them all, I'm not
Okay.
sure when they are, I just know next week.
Okay. That's all I have.
One thing I'd like to point out, on most bigger commercial jobs, the building department almost always defers to the engineer. Now, I don't know if this is different, but the engineering firm is in charge of inspecting it to make sure it's built towards the site plan.
Okay.
And then the building department takes the engineer's word for that. They sign off on it. Now, again, I don't know if this falls under those parameters, but in commercial jobs that I've done, that's what's happened in the past.
Who can answer that? Who should follow up on that?
Find the engineering department that's doing solar
Yeah,
panels. The engineer department would answer all your questions.
yeah, I can,
Again,
I can catch-
should I be the one doing that?
No.
I'm just a resident here.
Yeah.
We have a board,
I
we
can
have,
check.
So we should be doing it, is that what you're referring to?
Yeah,
you
I
approve
can
the
check
plan
it.
and
You're
nobody
right,
knows
and
what's going on.
according to
with
the
the
plan, there's people assigned to do that, right?
Yeah.
You just said
I don't
that.
know.
Yeah.
That should be the building department.
The building
Yeah.
department, just like when you build a house, they're in charge, the permit goes through them, right? So the
Right.
house gets inspected, right? So
Yep.
the building department should follow through with what's going down at the church or the church.
Apparently they're not, that's why I'm bringing it to your
Yes,
attention.
I will get a
They
hold
said
of
that,
the
because they said
town
they don't
engineer.
inspect, they have not been there.
I hear you, but it's a permit,
I know,
right? And it's for permitted things, so it has to be inspected by the county.
And
That's
I'm
what they should
saying,
be doing.
they said they're not doing it, and that's why I'm bringing it to you.
I will get a hold of the town engineer tomorrow
Okay.
and discuss with him, like, his oversight project, what he's aware of, and the changes, and see if he's been out on the site.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
When you were doing your project,
My project.
the
Business, you
yes,
use
you're- right, the county was there inspecting that.
all the time.
Right, so that should be the same process that's going on up there, right? I mean, we weren't coming to the board checking on your project based on what they were.
Because they were doing what they were supposed to do. They were there a lot.
That's some good questions.
I got driveways. According to state law, it's supposed to be wide enough and big enough to put the largest piece of fire apparatus in the district in there. We have a fire truck that's 10-2. We pull in these driveways, New Richmond's vouch for it. We're hitting tree branches. Your driveway that you built is not wide enough back there at River Springs for 2 fire trucks to pass each other.
No, I'm sure.
I know,
I'm
I've
sure
been
you're
back
right.
there,
You're
'cause I
probably
took
right.
a truck up there, they asked me to,
Oh.
when you were building that. So I don't know why you're complaining about the solar panel driveway being wide enough, when you built the driveway that's not wide enough. And that's the end of the discussion, Dave, I don't wanna hear anymore.
I'm just saying, it's in their plan and
I
it's
don't
not
care, I don't
prohibited.
care, you didn't follow the law
No, you told
when
me
you
I-
put your driveway in.
Okay.
So drop the driveway situation, it's over, you beat up that every time you come in here.
I beat up what?
The driveway thing, every time I come to a board, you bring up that driveway.
Absolutely not. I
You need
have
to
never
stop
brought
coming
up the
to the
driving of.
I'm done after this one.
All
How
right,
many have you come to, Chad?
all
Not
right.
many.
Any
That was here the last
other
one you were here.
public concerns? At this time, entertain motion to adjourn. I'll make a motion to adjourn. Okay. We are adjourned.
I was here, though, so-
Oh, I second.
Well, the lawyer-